Now let us look at what is HVAC. The full form of HVAC is heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Right? So why it is so important? This provides comfort for people and maintains an effective environment for surroundings. Okay, so this is the whole agenda. We want to provide the comfort and we want to maintain this for our surroundings. So proper HVAC allows human to exist under adverse conditions. For example, if somewhere there are odd temperature pressures, so we can utilize HVAC to create comfort and effective environments so that we can stay there. In process industry, if you see, there are a few critical areas where HVAC plays a very important role. For example, the control rooms, electrical equipment rooms, switchgear halls, battery rooms, workshop areas, right? So these are really important for process industry. HVAC systems are designed following basic principles of thermodynamic, heat transfer, and fluid mechanics. Okay, so this is the system designed on based on these principles. So main purpose of HVAC system is to adjust and change the outdoor air conditions. If outside there is a temperature in negative, for example -40 or maybe +40, so those we can convert into the desired conditions within the buildings, right? So that we can achieve the thermal comfort of the occupants. Whoever is sitting inside the building, we are creating the thermal comfort for them. So outside air is drawn inside the building, then either we heat it or we cool it depending on the outdoor conditions. If it is negative outside and we want to create positive environment inside the building, we want to heat it. If outside it is heated and inside we want to cool it, then we have to provide the cooling effect. The air is then distributed into the occupied spaces. So once we draw it, we heat it or cool it, we make it comfortable thermal comfort inside so that people can sit inside that. So that is what HVAC is. Now let us look at the two type of ventilations. Let us try to understand these. First of all, there can be natural ventilation and mechanical ventilation. So ventilation is nothing but to take fresh air inside from outside, whether it is a home or any space, just to get the freshness inside. Now how we do it in homes, if you see, there are windows, doors, vents and other openings. So what they are doing, they are fulfilling the purpose of balancing the oxygen. If there is lack of oxygen, this once this is taken inside the system, the oxygen will be requirement oxygen will be fulfilled, and it removes the odors, carbon dioxide and excessive moisture also. So that is done through natural ventilation. Now let us talk about mechanical ventilation. If you see in HVAC, V is ventilation, to move air in and out. So here we are doing it mechanically. Now let us try to understand how we are doing it. First of all, the air is brought in, right? It is drawn into the air handling unit where the work begins. Once it is drawn in inside the air handling unit, there will be filters inside this air handling unit which will remove the dirt, dust, allergenic elements and other particles. So first type of filtration will be there in air handling unit. Second is we want to provide the comfort. Now once we have filtered these items out, there is the requirement of comfort also. How we can provide it? Comfort means if we want to increase the temperature or we want to decrease the temperature, so we need to heat it or cool it. Along with that, we want to remove the excessive humidity. So this, if once it is done, moisture and temperature is controlled, then comfort will be provided within that particular space. So we are doing cleaning and making it fresh at a comfortable temperature. Then it is directed inside the home or any workspace. For central system, the same is done with the help of network of ducts. right? So all these ducts will be connected to particular rooms or workspace through ducts. So this is what we are doing with the help of HVAC. We are taking in the air mechanically, we are filtering it, we are making it comfortable, then we are circulating to all the workspaces. Now let us talk about major objectives of HVAC systems. First of all, as we already discussed, HVAC systems provide comfort to the occupants. So that is the main objective. Second one is maintaining environmental conditions. Okay, temperature and humidity. What we are doing, we are controlling the temperature. If it is cold outside, we have to heat it. If it is hot outside, we have to cool it. So temperature will be maintained. Along with that, we have to remove the excessive humidity out of air, and then only it is circulated. That means we are maintaining the environmental conditions, desired environmental condition, you can say. Once the comfort is provided, the environmental conditions are managed, then we can say this is helping us to improve the productivity. So whosoever occupants are there, whosoever working people are there who are sitting inside that, their productivity will definitely will be increased. Also, building and equipment durability, it will also help us to improve the life of those buildings and equipment, right? There are so many equipment which require where we need to maintain the temperature, so those equipment will be there for a longer period with us. Also, sometimes what happens, we have to maintain the pressurization between hazardous and non-hazardous areas, so HVAC helps in that also, right? So ultimately it will improve the life and health. Once we are providing the comfort, we are maintaining the temperature, we are ultimately improving the life and health, not only of equipment but people who are working there, both will be helped. Dilution and removal of potential hazardous concentration, this is again very important, especially in process industry. We are providing HVAC where we find some potential of hazardous concentration, so those will be filtered out, those will be extracted and sent out. So those flammable and toxic gases mixtures in hazardous area can be removed, or you can say diluted. Also, we are going to filter the dust, chemical contaminants and odors, right? There may be chemicals and carbon activated filters, so this will help us to remove the dust, chemical contaminants, and we'll get the comfortable environmental conditions. Also, we are maintaining particular temperature and humidity level, so HVAC system provides us both along with the purity of air. So that is why we are saying it will increase the life of working people. The isolation of individual areas, if we want to isolate particular areas from one to another, this will help us in that also. Control of ventilation inside those emergency conditions, right, through interface with the shutdown logic of fire and gas detection alarm safety systems, right? So we are isolating these areas and we are controlling the ventilation. So these are the main objectives of HVAC systems. So in this section we are going to talk about the types of HVAC systems. Okay, majorly we can divide this into two broad categories, that is ducted and ductless. In ducted HVAC systems, we have majorly three categories: split HVAC system, hybrid heat split HVAC system, and packaged heat and air HVAC system. So these are three pictures representing these three categories majorly, right? We'll look into detail for each one. So let us start with the types of major types of ducted HVAC systems. Now let us try to understand the basics of split HVAC system. It is the most common and classic type of HVAC system, right? And it provides efficient energy at very low cost. So that is why it is popular and very commonly used. In this model, the components are outside and inside. That is why we are saying it split HVAC system, right? Few of the components are sitting outside the building and few are inside the building. Installation of overall this split HVAC system is a little complex, so expert supervision is really required. If something goes wrong, then the efficiency may get lowered, right? So expert supervision is one of the things which we really need to look into when we are installing this split HVAC systems. Then HVAC split system is for homes that have space for large indoor cabinets. So as we know, there will be few indoor cabinets. It will be looking for extra space. So the indoor space cabinets where this kind of space is available, then this kind of split HVAC systems are suitable. Now the condenser and compressors, which are very important component of any HVAC system, these will be located outside. Another indoor cabinet will be there which will hold the evaporator coil and an air handler, right? So this will be placed indoor, condenser and compressor outside, evaporator coil inside. Along with this connection, these all will be indoor. A line copper tube that connects both indoor and outdoor moves cold air to the workspace or house, you can say. So these are few of the components which will be typical for all split HVAC systems. These were just few of these. We'll try to compare the whole system with the hybrid heat split HVAC system so that we can understand what are various differences and what are the basics behind these two kind of split HVAC systems. So let us try to compare these two so that we'll understand split and hybrid both. Now we talked about split HVAC system where we have few components outside and few components inside the building. Now let us compare it with the hybrid split AC so that we can understand actual basics behind both the systems, right? So here, as we know, there will be few components. Both system will have similar configuration, right? So both will be requiring extra space. So most of the time this unit has to be located inside where indoor extra space is available. There only we prefer this kind of configuration. So most of the time it is located in the basement, right? Utility closet or indoor storage space. So this is extra space which is required for indoor unit. This is same for both. Now the heater is gas powered and uses an evaporator or fan to push the heat through the building ductwork, right? So that is another difference. Now this is gas powered. Here it is not relying only on gas, right? It can burn gas. It can also switch to electric power, which is not the case in case of only split HVAC system. That is why we are calling this system as hybrid. This can work on gas as well as electric power, right? Electric heating is often slower and less powerful than gas powered. Okay, although this can be switched to electric power, but it is less efficient as compared to gas powered systems. But this option gives building owners more control over their building's energy consumption, right? So this is extra benefit which is not available here. This gives extra control, especially over energy consumption, and can help reduce the energy cost in milder climate. So this kind of climates, this will be preferred. It will save cost and this can be switched to electric also. So these are the basic differences between split AC and hybrid split HVAC systems. Now let us look at the benefits and demerits of split HVAC system. Okay, the SEER rating. CA rating for split system is typically 25 and above, which is much better than package systems, which we'll talk about in coming slides in detail. But this is better than that. This rating is higher. Then customizable, because there are two components to a split system, right? The placement is more flexible than large HVAC package system, right? We have split it into two parts. Few components are outside, few are inside. In package, these are all located at single location, and we have to accommodate the same in a single location. So this is much more flexible as compared to other systems. Lower maintenance. For ductless mini split system, the maintenance costs are much lower than any other central air system, right? This is again one of the benefits for split HVAC systems. Value adding. The energy efficiency of split HVAC system is so high that it has a potential to add resale value to home. So this is just representation how this is adding value to it. So the efficiency associated with this kind of split system is very high. Now let us talk about few of the demerits of the same split HVAC systems. A badly installed HVAC system can greatly reduce its efficiency. Now we know there are few components which we need to install, so this require a lot of supervision. Anything goes wrong during installation, it will have impact on overall efficiency. So this is something which has to be taken care at the starting itself. Second is intensive labor. High labor cost is also involved while installation of the whole system, right? As we know, there are few components which has to be installed, so this will be installed by some kind of labor, so you need to associate with that labor for a particular time period, and it depends on their quality work how efficient they perform. Third demerit is about leaks. There are more moving parts in HVAC split system, so there are more opportunities for inefficiencies. So there may be cracks, right? Bad this ductwork, if there is any damage there, then again there can be some leaks which will impact on the overall efficiency. So these are few of the demerits also which are associated with split HVAC systems. So let us talk about packaged heating and air HVAC systems. As we all know, as the name suggests, this is packaged item. So everything in a single package, right? So premises which involves crawl space or a basement, then they want to go for such kind of packaged unit, right? So as its name suggests, packaged HVAC system, all parts of the system in one metal cabinet. So it will look like something like this. The evaporator coil, condenser, compressor, or all are housed together to save some space. These cabinets are generally placed outside the premises. Specially made ductwork connects to the outdoor cabinet, and it goes to each and every room. Though the cabinet is outside, most of the functions are placed inside the rooms or buildings. Okay, some packaged items will also include a natural gas furnace or electric heating coils. So we are saying whatever elements are associated with any HVAC, those are located in a single package, and it is located outside, connected with special ducts. The controls for the ducts are inside house only. So in short, you can say packaged HVAC units comprises everything involved in central AC system in one unit, right? So those lacking in underground spaces will use such kind of arrangements. So let us talk about a few of the benefits and demerits of packaged heating and air HVAC systems. First of all, let us talk about benefits. These are more efficient if you compare it with split HVAC systems, right? As we know, these are all located at one location, and along with all the ducting and all. So while installation we have to be very careful, although it is very easy installation, but any uh, chance any in experienced labor can damage it, but still it is very easy to install as compared to split HVAC systems. Less invasive because everything is at one place. There is no need for additional refrigerant lines, so this is one of the biggest benefit. Also it is very quiet, as all the moving parts everything is located outside, so inside home there will be there will be no noise because of this system. So these are few of the benefits associated with packaged heating HVAC system. Now let us look at some demerits. If this system is located at roofs, then a bad installation can lead to leaks and other issues, and ultimately the efficiency will be lower. So installation should be very carefully done. Weather and animal damage, as it is located outside, then there can be damages because of weather or animals. So sometime very small animals, they may start staying inside these packages, which slowly they start damaging it, and ultimately it will impact the efficiency of overall system. Lifespan, right? So these are prone to rust as these are exposed to open atmosphere. Therefore typically they have shorter lifespan as compared to split HVAC systems. So these are few of the benefits and demerits of packaged heating systems. Now let us look at a small comparison between centralized and decentralized HVAC systems. Centralized HVAC systems are visually appealing because all the mechanical equipment are hidden. Those are not visible to everyone, right? So there will be a room where all these equipment will be placed, and with the help of ducting, the air is circulated. At the same time, the decentralized or local HVAC systems are not visually appealing as compared to centralized HVAC systems, right? Because most of the mechanical parts are visible. They will be located at places which are available to all. So these are visible. So that is why we are saying these are not visually appealing. Here these are hidden. So we are saying these are visually appealing. These are less flexible as compared to decentralized HVAC systems. The reason is the flexibility of operating different building parts at selected times. Here there is one central uh, mechanical room where the equipment are kept, and with the help of ducting the air is circulated. So circulation is common for whole building at same time. So there are less flexible points as compared to decentralized, because there we can control for individual room. If suppose there are 10 rooms and we want only one room to be cooled, then this flexibility is here. Here this flexibility is very less energy efficient. If this flexibility is less, we cannot control for individual rooms, so that means directly indirectly we are cooling or heating more space than required. That means less energy efficient. Here we can control this. If you want to use the HVAC system for a very small portion, then that is possible in decentralized. So this makes it more efficient. Higher installation and operating cost, right? This kind of arrangement will be there for larger premises. So ducting and all will take a lot of cost, right? So that will be involved in this system. So higher installation cost will be there, right? More manpower will be required. So ultimately the cost will be more. Here the operating as well as installation cost is less as compared to centralized HVAC system. We are so not saying it is very cheap, but we are saying it is less than centralized HVAC systems. And operating cost, as we discussed, we can control for a particular area also. That means operating cost is also very lower as compared to centralized. where these kind of controls are very less, as we talked about, less flexibility availability. Easy maintenance and lower maintenance cost. Here we know all the mechanical parts are kept at one location, so any kind of maintenance we can control, right? So easy, it will be easy, and if it is easy, then it can be done at very low cost also. Here there are few mechanical parts split at different locations, so the connections and the mechanical parts has to be maintained. So the difficulty involved in such scenarios is more as compared to centralized HVAC systems. So if it is difficulty is more, then this will come with some extra cost also. So the cost of maintenance will also be higher in case of decentralized systems. Now this is very important part, this makes it very useful. In centralized equipment, right, there will be in centralized HVAC system there will be standby equipment. That means if something goes wrong with any of the equipment which are kept at mechanical room, so there will be a standby, so there will not be any impact on the overall cooling or heating system. Here there is no backup. If something goes wrong, then that particular area we cannot cool or heat, right? So we say there is no backup. Here this standby equipment will act as a backup for that particular portion. Long service life. Here reliable equipment, but estimated service life is normally less, right? We are saying there are few equipment which are reliable, but this is service life is less as compared to centralized HVAC systems. So HVAC system, as we know, this is very common for houses as well as for process industry, right? So these are few of the systems available with us, centralized and decentralized, and we talked about various differences, various important differences between these two systems. So in this video we talked about what is HVAC, objective of HVAC systems, and we went through few of the basic type of HVAC systems so that we can understand how these systems, what kind of systems are available, and how we can utilize at various applications. So this was all about for this section. I'm sure you are looking into the quiz section also. The links for the same are given in the video description, and you can go to EPCLAND for various such videos. Also, I would request you to subscribe to this channel so that you can get the updated videos at the early stage itself. So thank you for watching. See you in the next part.